These are banging. Banging, so easy to make. You guys definitely need to give these a try.
We've no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Merry Christmas.
What's going on, Meza Mob? Welcome back to Vlogmas Day 18. Woo, 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 woo. Since Mother Nature decided to give us an unexpected snowstorm today, I mean, it's snowing so much it's even snowing in here right now. It ruined our plans for today, so what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna show y'all what I like to make when I don't really want to cook, when I don't really want to be in the kitchen for so much time. This is an easy meal that you can whip up for the family, whip up for yourself, maybe when you come home tired from work, or I don't know, even for the holidays. But it's basically shrimp tostadas, and it's gonna look like you did a lot more work than you really did. I've already got started on my rice. I had to get the head start on that because I like to make some on the side since Grayson doesn't eat tostadas. You know, my little boy, my son, if you're new to our channel, he's 3 years old. He doesn't eat the tostadas, he eats rice on the side, and sometimes I put rice on the side for Jesus with his tostadas as well. So if you want to make some, you could check out my video. I'll link it for you guys. I show you guys how to make the rice in that video. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you're gonna want to do is make the salsa. I'm making green salsa, so you're gonna want to get some tomatillos. They usually come like this. You have to peel this off. Oop. And then they look like this. I'm gonna get as many as I need in the bowl, and then I'm gonna wash them, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do next. All right, next you're gonna want to get a Serrano chile. I'm using a big one, and I have 6 tomatillos, so this is gonna make it spicy enough. These things are nothing to play with. And then I'm gonna use some cilantro, and I have to wash this as well. Next, I'm taking 3 garlic cloves, and I'm cutting up a piece of onion. That should be good enough. Next thing you want to do is put your chile and your tomatillos to boil. You'll know when they're done because they're going to change color, but it doesn't take long at all, maybe about 10 minutes. Take all your ingredients and start throwing them in the blender. You're going to want to put your garlic in there. You want to put the onion. Take your cilantro. Put that in there. This is how your tomatillo is supposed to look once it's cooked. You see how it changed color a little bit? They're going to release water, so what we're going to do is throw these in there first. You want to throw your chile in there. Then you're going to want to take a little bit of the water that you boiled them in and throw some of that in there too. Not too much because you don't want it too watery, and like I told you, the tomatillos are going to release water, but that's perfect. Now you have to season it. All right, you're going to take some caldo de pollo, throw that in there. Take some garlic powder and some onion powder. You want to take your salsa after a minute, after it's all blended, and you want to just throw it in a bowl, and then you want to taste it. That's perfect. I like to make my salsa in different ways, like pretty much every time I make it, but this way is super simple, right to the point. And now I'm going to put it in the fridge so it could cool, so we could get started on our shrimps. Now we're going to go ahead and peel and clean our shrimp. If you can, try to get fresh shrimp like this. You can buy them already peeled, but try to use ones that are not already pre-cooked. I'm not a fan of pre-cooked shrimp basically. So I'm just going to peel them. Seasoning the shrimp is the easiest thing ever. We're only gonna need 3 things. So first, we're gonna need some lemon. You're gonna need a little bit of sazon. It's gonna give it some color along with some flavor. And Mrs. Dash, garlic and herb specifically. You can go ham on this because there's no salt in it. So basically, however you like it, it's all to your preference. But first, you're gonna squeeze some lemon on top. Throw in that sazon. Great, I broke it. Then you're gonna wanna throw in the Mrs. Dash. Mix it all up. Once you're done, set them off to the side. Let those marinate while we get started on our tostadas. Now you want to take an unflavored oil. You can use vegetable oil, you can use canola oil. Just don't use olive oil, otherwise your tortillas are going to taste like olive oil. Put that in your pan. Let that get really hot for a minute. And if you're wondering what's this is just a cooling rack that I bought at Target. I like to put the tostadas once they're done frying on that. That way they won't get soggy, because sometimes you put them on a plate but they'll still be hot and have oil in the middle, and then they start getting soggy and they break apart on you. So in order to avoid that, get yourself a little cooling rack, put some aluminum foil underneath so the oil could drip on it. They're gonna be nice and crispy the whole time. Now, for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna make 2 of them. So you wanna put your tortilla in, move it around a little bit, get some oil on the top part too. Let that cook on this side for about a minute, and then you're gonna wanna keep flipping it until it's nice and golden. Don't put the fire too high. If you put the fire too high, it's gonna burn on you. Keep it on medium heat. Now, this is gonna keep browning as it cools. You wanna take it out once it looks like this and just set that off to the side. On to the next one. In the same pot that I cooked the tortillas in, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw some onion in there because I'm gonna start on my frijoles. Now, of course, like I told you, this is a quick and easy meal, so we're gonna use canned frijoles, but don't get it twisted. They're gonna taste just as delicious as if you're making fresh ones. So let's do this. By the way, the beans that I'm using are Pinto beans, Goya of course. And I forgot to tell you guys that I did take out some of that oil that I was using because it was a little bit too much. So once you have them in the pot like this, you want to start mashing them up. All right, make sure that you mash these babies up very well. And then you're going to want to season it with some garlic powder, some onion powder. You want to throw some caldo de pollo. And of course, Kim style, you have to throw a little bit of that sazon to give it that good color and flavor, baby. Mix that up. And keep it on low heat, by the way, while you're cooking them. Now it's time to cook our shrimp up. You want to throw in a little bit of oil on your pan. Let your oil get really hot. These shrimps are going to cook so fast. They're only going to take about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. So place them on your pan. Now is the fun part. We're gonna start assembling the tostadas. You wanna take 1 layer of frijoles. I've already cut some lettuce up. This is iceberg lettuce. You wanna throw that on next. Then you wanna put some sliced avocado on top of that. Now you wanna take some sour cream and you're gonna pour that on top. So what you wanna do with the sour cream, you wanna add a little bit of milk to make it pourable. You see that? Drizzle that on top. Now you're gonna take a couple of the shrimps, put those on there, and then you wanna sprinkle some queso fresco on top. You wanna finish it off with some of that salsa we made earlier. Look at these beautiful tostadas. They look amazing, they're gonna taste even better, and the best part about it is they took little to no work at all to make them. You know I couldn't leave you guys without tasting it with you, so let's do this. These are banging. Banging, so easy to make. You guys definitely need to give these a try. But that's it for this video, guys. Short and sweet, something delicious for you guys to make when you want to make something quick and easy, but that tastes off the hook good. Before I go, you already know I have to give you guys the shout out for whoever commented first on our last video. So on yesterday's video, the first person to comment was Totally Living with Bella J. She says, "Hi guys, I'm Bella from the Bronx. I love your channel. Keep up the great work." We love you, Bella. Thank you so much for your support. As for you guys, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. And if you guys do decide to make this meal, don't forget, tag me. I would love to see your recreations. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 19.